Where the Himalayas tear the sky into jagged white wounds, life does not exist, it resists. Wind does not merely blow here, it screams like a chained beast, shredding every sound before it forms. Sunlight slips through the clouds only to reveal the cruelty carved into ancient stone, offering no warmth to anything that moves. Across these frozen ledges, the strong do not hunt, they claim the right to exist. And tonight, three forces converge like rivers of blood drawn toward a single point. The phantom snow leopard drifting through mist. The starving lone wolf whose ribs tremble with hunger. And the brown bear awakening in its cavern, carrying the breath of an ancient storm. As the first spiraling flakes fall in unnatural patterns, the mountains know, before dawn opens its eyes, the snow will be stained red. As the last light of dusk sank behind the serrated ridges, the Himalayas shifted into a bruised violet, a color that marked the beginning of nature's silent trials. On a narrow blade of rock, the snow leopard moved like a breath taken by the mountain itself. Its steps left no trace, its form blending into the white, as though gravity had no authority over it. Its muscles rippled beneath its pale fur, hunger sharpening every sense to a razor's edge. Far below, another creature staggered through the snow, a lone wolf, once part of a pack, now abandoned to the cold. Frost clung to its fur like death whispering against its skin, but its eyes still held that relentless flame, only the desperate carry. The smell of injured prey drifted through the icy air, pulling both predators toward the same invisible destination. Then the wind shifted. Their eyes met across the vast canvas of snow, two shards of instinct, drawn together by the unbreakable law of survival. No growls, no warnings. In a land where every heartbeat is a gamble, the moment of decision arrives in silence. The mountain held its breath, and the hunt became a battle. Snow began to fall harder as the snow leopard released its grip. Its breath rose in small clouds, fading into the night like the last remnants of the wolf's will. But victory carried no comfort here. On these peaks, the winner earns nothing but another chance to suffer through the cold. The snow leopard stepped away, its silhouette dissolving into the storm. A faint trail of blood marked its path, thin as a crack on frozen glass. But as it reached a jutting ledge, the earth trembled beneath its paws. A low, heavy vibration rolled through the stone. The leopard froze. A shadow loomed ahead, massive, immovable, ancient, a brown bear. It towered on the ridge like a fragment of the mountain that had torn itself free. Thick fur rippled over muscles forged by brutal winters. Its eyes met the leopard's with a weight that stripped away the illusion of dominance. The battle with the wolf was only the prologue. What stood before the snow leopard now was an avalanche given flesh. Night in the Himalayas does not simply fall, it descends like a veil of oblivion. Darkness thickens to the point that shapes vanish, sound is swallowed, and even the boldest creatures hesitate to breathe. In that suffocating blackness, the snow leopard faced the brown bear as though confronting a living cliff. The bear approached without haste. No frenzy, no fear, no hunger, only possession. Every step seemed carved into the snow with authority, the authority of a being shaped by centuries of ice storms and scarcity. Steam rose from its breath in heavy bursts, drifting upward like smoke from the nostrils of an ancient titan. The snow leopard knew speed was its greatest weapon. Precision was its only hope. Its tail swept low, distributing weight, muscles tightening as its body sank into a defensive crouch. The bear, in contrast, stood tall, its massive frame eclipsing the moonlight, turning the icy slope into a stage where one mistake meant oblivion. Wind howled through the ravine, carrying the bitter scent of decay, the memory of countless forgotten battles. The two predators stared into each other's eyes, one blazing with fierce discipline, the other shimmering cold and calculating. For a heartbeat, the world paused. Then the mountain unleashed them. Snow drifted over the fallen leopard, settling delicately on its unmoving form. Though defeated, its eyes retained the fierce glint of a creature forged by cliffs and storms. Its breaths came shallow, trembling, but the bear did not move to finish it. Such an act was beneath the logic of a creature that conserved energy with the discipline of the ancients. The brown bear turned away, leaving the battered cat to the mercy of the wind. Its silhouette stretched long across the snow, a wandering monolith forged from muscle, hunger, and deathless instinct. Every step pressed deep into the earth, as though the mountain itself carried the weight. But the night was not finished with the bear. From the valley below, the air shifted again, carrying a scent the bear knew all too well. Wolves. Not the broken loner from earlier. This time, multiple steps, multiple breaths. A pack awakened by blood and opportunity. The bear paused, exhaled, and lowered its head. The final trial was coming, and the mountain demanded one last survivor. The night grew heavier, as if the sky itself had collapsed upon the mountains. A suffocating darkness coated every ridge, every crevice. Even the moon dimmed behind bruised clouds, watching the unfolding violence with a cold, indifferent eye. The brown bear lumbered forward, each movement pained, its massive frame stiff from battle. Blood matted its fur. Its breath rattled like a forge, working against broken bellows. Then it stopped. Not from weakness, but awareness. From every direction, soft pads pressed into the snow. A half-dozen sets of glowing amber eyes flickered between the shadows. The wolves emerged one by one, forming a widening ring around the bear. Their breaths rose in synchronized streams, vapor twisting like ghostly threads. This was not a reckless assault. It was a ritual, a coordinated execution perfected over generations. The bear's heart thudded like distant thunder. It understood the stakes. If it fell here, its body would feed the pack for weeks. If it survived, it would rise as the undisputed spirit of the Himalayas. The wolves closed in. The mountain waited. As the final paw print vanished into the snow-choked valley, silence reclaimed the world with crushing force. The brown bear stood alone, chest heaving, its body an atlas of wounds and stories carved from the night. Blood dripped onto the snow in quiet, steady rhythms, each drop marking a victory bought with agony. But the bear remained standing. The wind surged, encircling the lone titan with icy ribbons. Snow drifted across its fur, clinging to open cuts, freezing instantly. Yet there was no collapse, no stumble, only a steady, unyielding presence that defied the darkness. The Himalayas had tested the three spirits of its slopes, the phantom, the stray, and the giant. Two had fallen, one endured. As dawn stretched pale fingers over the peaks, the bear turned its head toward the rising light. No roar of triumph left its throat. It did not need to declare its dominance. The mountain already knew. In this land of frozen bones and echoing storms, a new sovereign had emerged. The brown bear, the final breath of strength standing against the primal night.